So I didn't get to finish my video from earlier because, as you saw, there was a lot of problems with signal, and then with distractions from those kids that showed up at their own park, I guess, laying claim. But I think that it was actually meant to be, and the reason being is when I came back home, I noticed that I had a message, and it was a message from someone who I had to block, and as I posted earlier, I had to block them. And it happens, you know, every woman out there knows what this feels like. But for some reason, it seems like whenever you put yourself out there in the public, no matter what it is you're working for, people feel like that they can say whatever. So he had a, came at me a couple times, acting as if I was lonely or whatever, and would be so grateful for any kind of attention. I don't know where anybody would get that idea. And that he could say whatever he wanted to, and I kind of just, warned him as I try to be respectful, because I'm a traditional woman. I'm not, I'm not offended when someone says you're attractive or whatever, but I need the focus to remain on what's important, and to respect not only my child that was lost, but the others, many, many, many others that are lost, respect their memory and what we're trying to do. And he refused to do that, so I blocked him. Well, anyway, long story short, he ended up sending me hate mail. And he called me shallow, if you can believe it. And it really struck a nerve, because what people don't know, and I don't feel compelled to explain, but I'm going to anyway, is that I went through, I have been in a relationship with a person who is younger than me, and so I would think a little more progressive, and I've been through a lot. I've fought hard with people at home on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Just for the mere fact they didn't have any real reason for me not doing it. They just didn't want me doing it. It didn't pay, or whatever their issues were. And so on top of that, I would have trouble. I'm trying to reach out to other advocacy groups and advocacy folks and trying to work with them. And it would seem that no matter what I did, no one was really interested in doing anything. And it became very disheartening, because look at the description of advocacy and what that actually means. Sharing our stories is very important. It can be very inspiring to people, sharing our journey, writing, lobbying on the behalf of others, whether it's for laws or to get them treatment, or, any number of things. And I try to take a very neutral position, not because I'm trying to fit in anywhere, but a neutral position on things like medically assisted treatment, things like what are the other number of things that come up, whether 12 steps, this, that, and the other. And I try not to tell people what I think based on my walk is best for someone else in their walk. I just refuse to do it. And I would never tell a mother, because I've been there myself, that, Subutex, Suboxone, Vivitrol, or any number of those other treatments are not, something that I would recommend. And I'm not a doctor. And I think that they're all very useful. And I don't want to get into that. I do want to remain, stick to what it is I know and what the message is. So anyway, I've struggled a lot. I've shed a lot of tears fighting for this. And my son told me, Mom, whatever it is that leads your heart, do it. Do what you feel compelled to do. I've spent a lot of nights and days crying my heart out to friends and family, angry, I did a lot of writing, and then people would complain that the writing was sort of over their head, or they didn't have time to read 3 sentences or whatever. So I went to video, and then it's the videos are too long, and it's like, it's such an important message. This isn't a quick, NSA on whatever, it's not, come on, people, I'm not trying to, sell you pancakes or anything. It's nothing like that. So anyway, I say all that to say, you could see what I'm dealing with as far as equipment and setup is concerned. It's pretty funny. My son and his wife said they're going to get me a desk, and I told them, oh my God, I'll set up my desk here shortly. But in the meantime, so I get home, and I'm questioning myself. What am I doing? What is it I should be doing? What am I doing wrong? All these things we go through. Trying to ride that fine line so you don't offend anyone, trying not to put makeup on, trying not to put too much, trying not to look too tired, trying not to, I'm myself, right? Take it or leave it. So, I have this devotional that a friend of mine gave to me, my dear friend gave to me. It's called Jesus Calling, Enjoying Peace in His Presence. Says Katrina, through Kirsten, we will learn to love, trust, and live. She is our guardian angel. I love you. So I read from front to back when I first got this a couple years ago. And a couple years ago, as I've stated in prior messages, I opened my heart to God. And what that means to me is not judging someone else's walk or their religion or their faith. It is not my place because I don't know everything, okay? I won't do that. And I'm not going to judge their sobriety. I'm not going to judge their intentions as advocates. I'm not going to do any of that. But I've been reading this last couple of days again because I'm struggling with, trying to recenter myself and just bring along the people who support me and those who won't. They have to make their choices. And I went to today, and I didn't read it till after, in the afternoon when I was getting ready for dinner. And February 10th, okay? Trust me enough, this is the message, trust me enough to spend ample time with me, pushing back the demands of the day. Refuse to feel guilty about something that is so pleasing to me, the King of the universe. Distractions. Because I'm not omnipotent. I am able to bend time and events to your favor. You will find that you can accomplish so much more in less time after you have given yourself to me in rich communion. Also, as you align yourself with my perspective, you can sort out what is important and what is not. Don't fall into the trap of being constantly on the go. Many, many people do things in my name, but have no value in my kingdom. To avoid doing meaningless work, stay in continual communication with me, and I will instruct you and teach you in the way that you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. It says, Martha, Martha, the Lord answered, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go, and I will guide you with my eye. And with that, I bawled my eyes out because I lost my everything, and it's not I'm one to be blunt, so I'm going to say it. It's not a pissing contest. It's, I am very busy, and it takes a lot out of me. I used to be very anxious about pictures, video, whatever. It takes so much out of me to even do one of these. And if anyone even knew me well enough, they would know that, and they would know what goes into it. So I don't care about all those comments, but I do get discouraged, and I ask myself often, I'm going in the wrong direction, or I ask God every morning when I wake up for new direction. What is it, is there something about me or my message? What is it resonating? What is it that I need to be doing? Reminding myself to constantly not judge others, even if, because it's very human, to look at someone, their mannerisms, their speech, their whatever, their look. It's human and think that we know what's going on with them or we know that person, but we don't. And I make a conscious effort not to do that. But unfortunately, I can't get everybody to see my way. People do that to me, and it is what it is. So I constantly, when, I've got my people back at home that aren't my people, but people that were surrounding me, going, that's stupid, addict shit, don't do it, you're wasting your time. And having to go through enormous pain. If anyone knew the pain I've gone through to do this, just to stand up for a cause after losing my daughter and trying to make my son proud and keeping myself accountable, and to do that and to do it without feeding into ego, to do it without selling myself and all that, they even had, it's unimaginable. And then I reach out to other advocates and the community, and you've got so much of that because, of course, they like living in chaos. It's the addiction way, right? Chaos, judgment, anger, confusion, drama. It's what you feed on. And to do something different is turning a corner. We can't have that. We have to have the discourse, the animosity, the know-it-alls. And I've been there myself where I thought I knew it all. And I learned you do not know it all. You don't know it all. You learn all the time. And I say this all the time because I mean it. It's from the bottom of my heart. And if I don't get anything across other than that, that's that. But I just wanted to share that I was in my moment, and I picked it up, and that's what it said. That message was for me. So I stay in the course, but it's far from easy. And people are, you can always tell the bullies, even the advocacy bullies, right? But I am not passive. I'm not a bully, but I'm not to be bullied. So I stand my ground for all other women out there trying to do this and do it from a place of pure heart and passion for a child they've lost, or for whatever, whatever you've been through. Keep doing your thing. If you're doing it from your soul and from your heart, Lord will find a way for you. And that's all I have to say for tonight. I'm going to hit the bed, and hopefully I'll have a voice in the next 2 days. So everyone have a great weekend, and thank you for letting me share once more. Thanks. Good night.